repeat is great, and you can maybe get away with it, but it's not something that's going to win you the game. Trying to stop this Draven from snowballing, stopping this advantage from being drawn, definitely my way to go about it.
And we said that LDLC could kind of lock in any support here for DOS. They have left it to their R5, and it is going to be that Leona, a very strong engaged threat onto the Sivir.
Very good versus Sivir specifically as well, because there's so much CC from a Leona.
Yep.
You can't spell shield it all. You only have one button, you know? Sivir's one of those champions that's great versus Nautilus. You can block the hook, or great versus Blitzcrank. You can block that hook as well. But versus Leona, you Zenith Blade, obviously, if you use the spell shield to block the Zenith Blade, the Leona still follows you.
Yeah.
You still get stunned afterwards. You still get chained on. It's such a good matchup for DOS, and it's such a good pairing with the Draven.
But the thing is for me, Rudy, and why I want to hold my breath, is that Reckless has played against Leona on Sivir so many times. Played against the Draven, honestly, so many times on this Sivir. If this was another AD carry in the league in this matchup, I'd be incredibly worried for them. And whilst I think... Let's go on to Summoner's Rift, making our way through the fog to the LDLC base. That's going to be the destination for Karmine Corp in this matchup, but only one team has seen victory against the #1 side in the LFL so far this split.
And I feel like if any team was going to do it for the second time, it would be Karmine Corp. Just the story, the tenure of the organization at this point in the LFL. It expects to win. It expects to win up against LDLC. We're expecting this to be a blowout game. Expectation would have you believe that LDLC are going to run over Karmine Corp. Looking at the standings, right? 16-1 LDLC have been really unfazed by pretty much everybody outside of that one rogue loss to Team Go earlier on in the split. In this game in particular, they could find themselves in a little bit of trouble. Yes, looking at the bot lane, we're expecting LDLC to be able to really throw down and certainly have some great dives, have some great snowball capabilities. But when we look at the compositions on the whole, I actually really like what Karmine Corp have drafted for themselves. They've got really good disengage capabilities with the On The Hunt, and in particular, Saken has got so much priority on his shoulders this game with that Unraveled Earth. All 4 champions outside of this Draven have a mobility spell that can take them forward, which is what at least the 3 frontliners are going to be looking to do. Poppy, Ornn, and Leona are going to hate diving through that Unraveled Earth. It's going to make their engages even harder to come by. So Saken in particular, I want to keep your eyes on as somebody who really needs to keep his fingers in the right spots and make sure that his movement is on point.
I think if we're talking about being in the right spots, I think 113 also key to talk about, because it's kind of an elephant in the room at this point, but has had a few games, probably more than a few games, honestly, the split, where they've gone a little bit too far forward into the enemy jungle and have made over-aggressive plays that teams have rightly punished them for. Here on the Trundle, I think their job is a little bit nebulous, can offer a fair bit of disengage with that pillar, but also wants to be in people's faces, wants to be dueling.
You can already see the battle for bot lane priority down in this bot lane. Got to credit Hantera for his really aggressive positioning here. There's no way.
Oh, Spell Shield is going to come out from Reckless, but he's already forced to flash away. Hantera expending Summoner spells to get on top of Exekick as well, but it's not going to matter in the end. The damage that this Draven could put out is just too much as Hantera falls low. Not quite falling down just yet. The flash ball from Exekick is enough to break through the shield, and this is what we were talking about. One more auto dives under the tower. Doesn't care, 1 for 1.
They get the 2v2. It is favorable for LDLC. The Draven gets the shutdown. Or gets the shutdown. Gets the kill. Also, you can't let him base here.
No.
Reckless is... There's a jungler coming. There's a jungler coming.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's just a crab. How anticlimactic.
It's not even a crab. Like, crab hasn't even spawned. 113 has been spotted on that ward as Yike completing through his clear. Has done a little bit of a faster clear, skipping out on the Krugs and on those wolves as well. He's going to run into the Trundle right now, but gets the smite down before any action can precipitate.
This is a little bit awkward now for 113 because he's going to cross clear up to the top, or going to cross up to this top side. I think he should just be able to dash over this wall. He's going to cross up to that top side potentially for the crab, but all of his camps are still on the bot side, so he's going to be missing out on something regardless. It looks like Yike is ready. Hopefully we can also just get a quick tap of the scoreboard to get it refreshed and we can fully see all the items and the disparity that first blood may have given Exekick. Oh, no!
Ooh, yeah.
So, for all of those that are unaware, the reason we're making such a big proclamation about this serrated Dirk is it is the best snowball item for a Draven inside the laning phase. The lethality up against a champion with no armor so early on into the game is going to be so very deadly to Reckless that if Exakick ever gets in range, he's really going to be in trouble.
Karmine Corp AD carry scouting with the boomerang blade there, as Exakick is going to leave the bush and make his way back forward, as Doss hitting level 4 actually on the Leona. XP up on his AD carry, which is going to feel nice, as Yike is here to potentially make a play, although there is a very smart ward from Karmine Corp in that near bush.
There is, and that is going to spot out the play. It does give this opportunity now for Karmine Corp to make a play on the top side, a bit akin to what we've seen from them so many times from in Spring. But that doesn't necessarily matter that they've seen this ward. I would not be surprised to see Yike simply walk up anyway.
Ooh, as Iker was taking a fair chunk of HP in this mid lane. The autos, the unraveled, the threaded volley from Seiken actually nearly claiming a solo kill, which not something I would have expected to see.
Iker also opting into this tier to begin with, so it was a very greedy laning phase item for him.
No.
Do you remember Middle Cup? Do you remember what happened last time?
I remember the Solari game. It's happening again. Reckless just doesn't have space to play. Hantera is going to make it back to this tower as 113 is here as well. And I think that Karmine Corp are grateful for the presence of their jungler. Hantera, you don't want to do that, buddy.
Okay, Hantera's on something, on some good juice right now. That Q was a good attempt at finding an engage. That's what I will leave that at. It feels a little bit difficult for this bot lane of LDLC to really execute on a bot lane dive like that when they don't see where 113 is. It is the power of information also than anything else. If they'd have known that 113 was on that top side, they probably could have got away with a dive right there. Sacrifice Doss, even sacrifice Yike if Hantera's getting the double kill. It doesn't matter. Delaying Reckless, stopping his acceleration into the late game is exactly what he'll be after.
Yeah. And I think that in sort of tandem with that, it's about accelerating Exakick as well, because Draven doesn't have a passive when you get late game. Once you've already cashed in on all that gold, you don't have anything additional helping you out. And in terms of AoE damage in the team fights, Sivir, so much better.
Correct. And that obviously, that there is the caveat to that if Exakick actually has zero action throughout the game, then there is still a passive that does exist because his ult becomes several hundreds of true damage, which is also worth mentioning. That
that was a fairly recent change to the Draven actually. Like they made it so that you deal true damage as an execute with your ultimate equal to the stacks, I believe, something along those lines. As Hantera finds multiple members of LDLC, but K-Corp have got a few more people here. Doss gets ignited, is taken low. No kills being found just yet.
They've got a few of their own, yeah. Enough members there to make a little bit of a worry.
Cabo
He's
shot.
going to be fine. Yeah. Absolute wave clear. Absolute wave clear ulti there. Call the Forge God. Pull some minions down and send them back to the fountain. But it is a little bit of time once again. Oh.
Seiken does have the flash available, but needs to stay away from that wall. Still gets stunned into it, and Doss can follow up with the CC of his own. Iker claiming the kill.
Very difficult timing, unfortunately, on the flash for Seiken. You have to predict when the Poppy's dashing towards you, and Yike does a very good job at closing the gap so that reaction timing it needs to be frame perfect, and it almost becomes predictive at that stage. Unable to get it down, and a quick kill in the mid lane for LDLC's mid laner, who is a very potent force on whatever champion they pick. This is a Zeri build that we saw a little bit of. Sorry, I'm a little bit baffled by how fast Poppy was moving there. Yeah. This is a Zeri build that we've seen a few times, and it could well be AP. Whenever you start off with a Manamune, I'm expecting it to take a much more magic damage centric flavor, and with the first strike as well, lends itself to not necessarily opting into the pure Q spam and pure crit strike. And what this means for the Zeri is that right now, still a fairly weak champion. Early game Zeri has never been popping. Those W's, middle cop, they're going to go from dealing 60-70% of somebody's HP to 80-90% of somebody's HP. He's maxing W as well.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal as an ability, as once again Seiken played onto by Ike, knocked into the wall, knocked into the... Oh my god! What? Rude dude, you weren't kidding. That W does a hell of a lot of damage.
It does. Zeri's ultimate also has AP scaling. So worst case scenario is you essentially martyrdom yourself. You dive into the team fight, you ulti, you deal a massive amount of AoE damage. And then even if you die, you've done the hard work. Following up on the CC train from Yike, really well executed on the Poppy. As much as we, kid and potentially, not too many Poppy mechanics to touch on, the limited impact that Poppy can have was really well executed right there. Changed the CC perfectly between the charge into the wall, following up that perfectly with the tap of the ultimate, which gives a brief double knock-up essentially, and it gives you just full damage from the Poppy, from the Zeri, and there was nothing that Seiken could do. Needs to flash earlier in that instance, and once again holds it.
Yeah, and that's the second time that he's died with the flash available. There are definitely situations where you want to save the flash. You go, all right, I'm already dead. We'll keep this summoner spell, and maybe it'll get me out of another sticky situation. But Rudy,
that was not one of them.
Yeah, it feel like both of those occasions, if Seiken just flashes away, you should be absolutely fine.
Yeah, I think that the first one is a little more tenuous if DOS is there in particular. You've got the follow-up from the Leona, but this one, definitely, as soon as you see Poppy Wing at you, just don't get next to the wall. It feels, it's really weird with Poppy because the safest or the fastest way to safety may be next to the wall, but the fastest way to not die to Poppy specifically is actually keeping parallels with her.
Or just like run at her, so even if she does get that knockback, she does find you. DOS! Actually, with a fairly ambitious solar feather. I like that inventiveness coming through from the LDLC.
They have no idea where that came from. Karmine Corp just got solar flared, and they're like, huh? What?
Yeah. That's why you've got to be wearing suntan lotion. You've got to have like your sunglasses on, because like the power of the sun really can come from anywhere. As Yike forced to run back as 113 and Hantera are trying to make an aggressive play on the bottom side of the map, and it's 11 minutes, and this Drake here, this Cloud Drake, hasn't really seen attention from either of these teams so far.
I dare say this is coming down to Karmine Corp going, yeah, we don't fight early against Draven, and then LDLC just going, we'll fight mid lane. We'll generate our leads elsewhere. We don't need this Drake necessarily to snowball.
As Yike has been found out by 1v13 as Reddit Volley doing a lot of damage in the mid lane. Yike going to be forcing out that subjugate from 113, backing away the Karmine Corp jungler.
Okay. Lightning Crash burned. Oh, take two.
Tool of the Forge God used. Flash available for Seiken again. Chooses not to use it. Will now be forced over the wall.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, also shame on you. Fool me thrice, however. No, no, no. I will flash the wall this time and not get killed by Yike.
I mean, that's good, right? That's character development.
The story arc, yeah, really good.
The arc of Seiken finding is well, that's the reason you got flash on D.
Finding his flash key.
Well,
finding his flash key. That was what he was doing.
It, yeah. As Yike being incredibly active in the early game. DOS going a little bit 1v2, but is going to have the backup of his jungler. Getting summoners, getting flashes out of this Sivir is the most important thing. And again, more time for X-Kick to wail on this tower to pick up some plates.
I want to touch. I don't have time.
I think you do. I think you do.
DOS is doing things. I want to touch on X-Kick's build path.
Yeah, you don't have time. As X-Kick is being jumped onto the dredge line. Oh my god!
That was why I wanted to touch on it, middle court. That was what I wanted to talk about. This is flat AD from the Draven. In tandem with his stacks, he is going to shred somebody if they get in time with that ulti.
Yike flashing away, showing Seiken how to use that summoner spell. And I mean, LDLC really demonstrating why they have been so dominant so far in this split. Already 2,500 gold up.
I feel like Karmine Corp are running into some of the same pitfalls that we've been watching this game, which is, oh, that simply kills them.
Yes.
I didn't expect that, but it just does. And you know, it's been happened once or twice in the mid lane with Seiken. Certainly happened down in that bot lane because the damage from that Draven ult was insane. But now, off the back of that, has cashed in and has completed a full mythic.
And as we see Yike walking in towards this top lane, and I think the fact that we haven't talked about Cabochard versus Ragnar so much really just illustrates how Karmine Corp haven't been the team dictating the plays. They usually are so topside focused, and yeah, you've got a 20 CS lead from the Gnar, but you're not getting anything else with this.
I think that what we were touching on and what we sort of mentioned in the draft was that this was not a comp that they were looking to play to top with. It was a comp that they were looking to stymie bot with. Unfortunately, they've simply been unsuccessful in that. Cabochard has had a decent enough time up here. He's secured 4 plates solo, and he's now going to hit Mega.
Yeah, as the rest of LDLC are going to be slowly making their way over. The Ignite drop down onto the Gnar and Yike here just to get a little bit of assistance, pick up the kill as well. And so even the strong side of the map for Karmine Corp going really, really poorly.
Turret taken down for Exakick as well. The plates falling. He did get the majority of those from the initial laning advantages that have been generated from this bot lane. But Exakick feels confident taking this Drake. There's a control ward there. I mean, LDLC, they can see it, but they're ego checking. And honestly, I love it. They have no reason not to. There's nothing that can be done.
Yeah. Free to take the Drake and free to continue scaling. Looking into this mid lane now, Ica is actually opting into that AP build, which you mentioned earlier, has already transformed that Muramana and has the Ludens as well. Those W's, rude dude, they're going to be hurting.
I do not want to see... Actually, I do. I'm Karmine Corp, though. I don't want to see any Ultra Shock lasers anywhere near me. Because rank 5 W now, with the Ludens Echo, I mean, I assume Sork Shoes are also going to be picked up at some point, just because at this point, why not? You're already so far ahead, you can just double down on going for flat penetration, flat damage. And this is in essence, the Corki build, but just on a better champion now.
I'm going to tell Corki you said that.
No, don't. Oh, wait, I don't care.
You ain't nothing. You are nothing but a whiskey delta.
Ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Crying all the time. As Reckless has been crying a lot of this game, down 50 CS on the Sivir. And to a certain extent, I feel like it hasn't been his fault. Like, there's not really much that you can do in this lane.
Now on the one side, he did take... Okay, actually, it was just LDLC Kingdom in draft.
Oh, no. Seiken is going to flash, but still dies.
Yes. Alas, the Talia who I was hoping for so much from has unfortunately left me really, really wanting so far this game. Certainly struggling to stay alive, and these engagements that Guy continues to find are catching Seiken off guard, and it's again nothing that you'd particularly expect. I guess, you know, I'm sat underneath my tier 2 turret. Surely I'm going to be okay here, right? No.
Ica may not be okay actually, as the depth charge is used. Cabochard TPing in, and should be a fairly simple kill for Karmine Corp, as Ica trying to fin out the way, trying to grab the cannon, doesn't get it. That's huge. Shutdown secured for Cabochard, but still, Karmine Corp, who are in a pretty significant disadvantage.
Correct. Now, the one way, of course, that they can take this fight is with some decent flank angles, and it is with Cabochard slamming both Ica and Exakick into a wall at the same time. The backline dive from the rest of Karmine Corp, fairly limited. I will say Trundle not the best at finding access to that backline. Nautilus as well tends to want to be that sort of, I don't want to say secondary follow-up, but he can be very nicely paired with the Gnar. So there are tools open to Karmine Corp if they can make the work happen. They've also got On the Hunt as well to make all that a lot easier.
Cabochard now going forward onto Dos, who is going to be using that solar flare. Nicely dodged away from actually with the hop, and another kill for Karmine Corp, and LDLC are starting to play a little bit over-aggressive. Yike dodges out of that boulder as Exakick going absolutely insane in the jungle. The axes, the damage. Cabochard has nowhere to go. The wallop doesn't come through in time, as that is an extra 400 gold for the Draven. Dodges away for the hook from Antera. Flashes for the kill. 1-1-3 with the shot done. LDLC having a little bit of fun, and Karmine Corp are the beneficiaries.
Giga-Chad Exakick, me flash, me kill, and take down the Nautilus. Was it worth it? Ultimately, probably not. But did it look cool? You damn right it did. Manages to take an extra shutdown for himself. Another cash in on the initial kill on Cabochard. Now Collector completed for the Draven, working his way very rapidly toward that 3-item spy curve. You're not fighting me anymore, and you're not fighting me for the remainder of this game.
And the thing is, the Draven looked absolutely excellent in terms of this lane, but moving out sort of a bit wider across the map, you don't have a tank that you're going to have to be throwing a million axes into constantly. Everyone is kind of a little bit squishy, so you're going to get a lot more efficiency, a lot more effectiveness out of this pick.
Yeah, I mean, actually, so right. And, you know, to give credit as well to the to what we've just seen from Executive as well, I want to reiterate to people, this game has effectively zero standings effectiveness, or changes rather. Karmine Corp can finish 5th or 6th, which to me, and I think that to most people, are negligible in terms of their disparities in where you finish. So having a bit of fun, locking in this Draven and styling, very, very happy for Exekick.
30 seconds until the Drake spawns, and Karmine Corp are the team that have the first rotate towards it. Because that initial Cloud Drake was taken so late, this is actually only going to be the second Drake of the game. So LDLC don't really care about this as much, and Karmine Corp don't seem to care either.
Oh no, a dragon? Oh wait, yeah, again, simply they do not care.
113.
Oh, it's the Jeremy Clarkson meme. That was it. Oh no!
Oh no!
Anyway.
Oh no! Oh no! Anyway, oh yes.
A dragon? Oh no! Anyway,
it's pretty evergreen. It's pretty evergreen. I would say you didn't quite get the voice.
That's true. I'm not gonna go again. My time's passed. I should have nailed it the first time. So yeah, we can do that one off air.
Yeah. Well,
and I will. I'm proud of my changes.
I'm really looking forward to the next break, which is just going to be you making Jeremy Clarkson noises for like 15 minutes. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, LDLC looking for an engage. Hantera does find the hook onto X-Kick, but that Immortal Shield Bow enough to keep the Draven alive, and Ragnar claiming their first kill of the game onto the enemy support. Ica has rejoined the fray. They're flashing forward. One shot's reckless. What the bloody hell was that?
Yeah, man. I don't know what to tell you guys. AP's area hurts, so congrats. Have a look at that one. Another? No? Okay.
Oh my lord. Okay, that was
we had Rangjun going back to Korea last week. Reckless is back in Sweden now.
Oh no. Ragnar teleporting onto a potential knockback, but is able to immune that with the Bellows Breath. And now 113 maybe caught out. Yike going forward at 1,000,000 miles an hour, secures the double knockup and runs away just as quickly. No members of Karmine Corp going to get caught out on the extended play, but you're burning flashes at least.
They're doing a pretty good job at deterring the Baron at the very least also. With Seiken obviously removing that flash, he's been trying to get a hold of that one for the majority of the match, and now successfully able to navigate his way to safety. Swaps instantly over to that cleanse, and actually has the disco spells right now. This is the initial engagement. Hopefully we get the whole thing right the way through to the end. And all of the focus on Exekick from both LDLC and 113, because we saw that all the Forge God. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Goodbye. 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 WR plus an auto attack, fully shock blasted. Thank you very much. Luigi, you're a king.
Plus ratio.
For anyone who's wondering, Luigi is our replay op who was just giving you that cinematic masterpiece.
I prefer Mario.
What's Mario giving us this stream, huh? Nothing.
Not very much. Not very much, actually. Fair play to you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Luigi is the superior brother, I guess.
You know, it's always baffled me that they're plumbers.
I didn't get that. Why are they plumbers?
No, but listen. But now I'm gonna link it to you.
Okay.
What are the green things that you go into to go to the different areas of the map?
No way.
They're pipes. Pipes that plumbers use. Holy.
Do you understand what a plumber does?
They hit pipes. That's where my understanding
Just
ends.
like, yeah, okay, so we need you to fix the washing machine. It's like, oh, okay, great. And the guy just like teleports through the pipe and goes inside the washing machine to fix it.
Well, that's how Mario does it. I'm not sure that's how real world plumbers go about it, but maybe they found a secret source.
Maybe Karmine Corp can find some secret sources. Let's catch on to DOS. Is able to respond with a little bit of CC, but flashes directly into the path of Pantera. And 113 will claim that kill. A temporary numbers advantage actually for Karmine Corp. They may look to get something with this, but with that mid lane tower still standing, they can't chase any further.
On Talia is actually such a funny interaction. Talia puts the wall up to cut people off. On's just like, hold on, guys, let me break us out of this real quick. The swift little prison escape for the entirety of LDLC if they can get a hold of it. This is not a position where you go do Baron, Karmine Corp. You are nowhere near in any position to find one pick and say that Baron is the good call, and I'm quite happy that they're just clearing out that vision. Third item has been completed for Ica. If we thought that one shot earlier on was easy to come by, it is going to be even easier right now. Shadow Flame completed for the LDLC mid laner, making his life, like I say, even easier. I mean, I'm quite scared for seeing this game actually devolve into another team fight, because the damage numbers are going to be incredible.
They're going to be pretty disgusting. But I mean, like, to sort of give some credence to what Karmine Corp have actually managed to done, the gold lead for LDLC is sizable. Not game-ending, though, I'd feel. And we are starting to see itemization come through. Seiken, 2 items on the Talia, 2 items for Reckless as well as... yeah, you're not catching Ica, he's catching you. A double knock-up, and the Zeri can follow up with the burst fire. DOS getting a pick hit onto 113. The Subjugate, not enough to keep the Trundle alive. A double kill for Ica.
There's a reason you don't Hex Tech... There's a reason you don't Hex Tech Portal like that when you don't have vision on the other side. It's because of that. That's the exact reason why. No way. Oh my word. Okay, he would have lived it, but they're just going to go Baron. And I mean, Exekick is... he's not soloing this. That's fine. He wouldn't have been able to. I was just curious. Stopwatch for the Draven as well in the inventory. So he's looking like a bit of a difficult snack to take down. Ika's taken down Abo. Don't need to know how that happened.
I kind of want it.
Yeah, so do I.
If it was another big laser, that'll make me quite happy. As LDLC claim the Baron 25 minutes into the game. Karmine Corp are going to respond with a Drake on the other side of the map, but the red side team definitely favoring the trade.
A Drake? Oh no! Anyway. Managed to take themselves turrets in the top side.
Your impression has got worse, if anything.
And that was the point. I wanted to make it specifically worse. For hatred reasons, I suppose.
Oh!
Cabo.
Oh, no.
Good luck in esports. I was on a pretty good career in esports.
He's had a very good career.
He's done pretty well. I think like me wishing him luck is irrelevant at this point.
Yeah, he's done well.
He has done.
This game, though, as a microcosm, not as good for the Karmine Corp top laner. He's never really felt like he's gotten into this game, and LDLC really just dictating the play as Ragnar is going to open up with the Call of the Forge God, landing onto 2. A double knock up there as, oh my god, the Ultra Shock laser, the damage is absolutely unreal as Kamishon is forced to flash away. Ica is unstoppable on the Zeri.
I don't know what to tell you guys, that's just how the mid matchup goes.
Oh!
That's just how the matchup goes, guys. Can't blame anyone. Another? Line him up. 3 for 3.
Don't get hit by those. Don't get hit by those guys. Run away. Run away. It's not safe behind that tower. Oh, no.
Camo!
Oh, Camo shard. Gonna get chased out. Few more autos. Oh, and he's gone. He's dead. He's off the rift. Godlike for Ica. And LDLC, they may just end the game right now.
Oh, no. They're not going to. They have to base. This is too fun. Don't end the game yet.
Adding the KDAs. Maybe the goal as Ragnar is going to be TPing in. LDLC once more reminding us why they're so damn good.
And this is pure KDA padding. Ica, one more laser. Not going to kill anyone, unfortunately. They are playing with their food. And Nexus finally falls. LDLC show a little bit of mercy to Karmine Corp, I suppose, in the end right there. 16-7, the final game score, but that was, I mean, that's not representative of how much of a slaughter that felt like in the end.